G'day guys, thanks for joining me today. It's Ralph here and what's cracking. I have for you the Light H travel tripod carbon fibre from Coman. Now you may have seen the video where I was talking about the Coman Light G travel tripod. It's made of carbon fibre. Well, they've made the video version, and in that video I alluded to this, and so let's have a look, shall we? Comes in this nice box, and then it comes in this nice bag. It says Coman on the outside. We'll just have a look-see. We have some spike feet and some instructions. The instructions I'll walk you through now. It's a tripod, you don't really need instructions. We also have we have an extension bracket. It's going to be really helpful in just a moment. We have a strap for the bag, clicks just here. You have the three-piece carry on the other side and a nice finish, and then we have our tripod. Now it has some little extension that you can take off the fluid head and put any ball head on here you like. You can use a 3/8, it's got an extender there, or a 1/4-20. Now that screws in to the center column, which I'll show you about in just a minute. And here is your tripod. It feels really nice. Like, that is a super good grip. I like how versatile and close to the action that feels without even having to go with it yet. You can tighten that up so it doesn't move that way. You can tighten that up so it doesn't move that way. And you can actually, if I turn this and extend the neck, I can then flick this open and I can put this on any angle I want. That's a bit risky for a good old video travel tripod, but in a day and age when people are shooting vertical as well as horizontal, that's really, really clever. I wonder if it could do sort of you can just have it here and you can have two options. You can either free ball it wherever you like, or you can just go click and you know you're in exactly the right vertical position. Maybe that's a challenge because your tripod may not be set up exactly straight. But anyway, something to think about. So let's have a look at the fluid head. It says push, and if I push, oh, how good's that? This looks like a specialized, not standard, Arca Swiss mount. And basically you push it in, clips in, and it's solid, and you push to eject your camera. Now what about I stick a bigger one in? It's got a bigger one because sometimes you want to put a bigger camera on your unit, right? And then that locks in straight away wherever you connect it. So if I push this and it ejects, look on the other side of this, it's got some grooves and it fits where the grooves are. So anywhere along those grooves you can just plug it in, but once you go too far out of the range of those grooves, it doesn't actually click in. It does, it clicks in. So over here it doesn't actually click in, but you go back here a little bit and it does. Then you have the original plate you can slide in here. It just gives you more mounting options should you need them or want them, depending on your needs. Maximum load bearing capacity on the fluid head, not the tripod, but on the fluid head, is 3 kilos. So you put more than 3 kilos worth of gear on here and your fluid head is not going to be able to give you the resistance or the support that your gear deserves. So just be aware of that. Really sensible not to overload that. Now let's just, I love a good just ejector button. I've always wanted one in my car, you know. Those moments when people that you're driving around, you just like, just need a bit of a break. See ya. Is it just me? Let me know in the comments below if that's just me. Alright, if we undo this, we have a nice hex tool that fits all of the legs, that fits all of the options here to tighten and to loosen. Has a lot of torque because of its length and it's really easy to use. Even has a rubber band around the top here which just holds it nice and secure, enables you to have really good control. That lives in here, and we can just twist this. It's got some arrows, so you just twist this, you can pull apart. It does come, you just got to screw it a bit. Hey, there it is. And then we can exchange this for this. As I was saying before, you can then attach any fluid head you like to this. So now let's head outside and see what this tripod can actually do. Not only does the base plate that come with it attach, but so does every other Arca Swiss. Just click that on and it's nice and secure. Press the button to release. You can slide it out, throw it out, flick it at your chest, whatever you like. But then if you've got a mount on the bottom of your lens like I do, that locks on too. And so I'm very excited about that. Let's just see how this goes with some heavy gear on it. I've got enough heavy gear on here. There's a Z8, the FTZ, and the 150 to 600 Tamron. And this is as heavy as you'd ever want to go, and I'll show you why. Because when you're moving, it moves the shaft and the tripod because your gear's so heavy. So if you want some resistance, you might just need to back it off. You see there's a little less resistance there. So it seems pretty fluid and it's really easy to control. I'm actually quite happy with that. I like to have my right hand to control here, so it's a bit of a shame that the handle is all the way on the left hand side, but you can actually move it to the front if you want to access it here. Yeah, it just seems a shame that that's the case, but ultimately use your brain, Ralph. I just mount my camera like this and yeah, just mount your camera on the other side. What a galah. What a galah. Do you need to be careful that your screw here isn't locked in and holding this stable whilst this turns around? So what's happened is I haven't undone this and it's unscrewing my center column. So you just need to be really careful with that. So you tighten that up and then just make sure you loosen it from the fluid head, not from the center shaft. And you've got some degree markers and you've got a bubble head in there that enable you to be precise in your movements and remember where your last movement was and where your last positioning was to go back to it should you need to do that. I think it would be great to have say a indicator on the dial that you could go backwards and forwards, those sort of things. Just little tweaks that would make this really nice. I do like the handle, it's got some good grip, it feels really firm, and you can tighten that up as much as you like, and you can change the angle on it too, so you can just drop it down to wherever you fancy. Fits in the bag really nice and neat when you do this as well. You can also get nice and low to the ground. This has 3 degrees of angle, which basically means you can put the tripod as low as this and as high as this, and so it gives you a lot of versatility, and this is really quite stable, especially seeing as it's so close to the ground and there's very little torque to be had in the leg length because you've reduced it to its slowest and smallest capacity. So thank you, Coman, for sending me the Light H travel tripod carbon fiber. You guys, I really appreciate the support and putting it in my hands. I hope this review has been helpful to everybody. Love for you to subscribe to the channel for more of this kind of content. I'm thinking about giving this stuff away and how I do that. So if you want to be part of that, I suggest you get involved. And if you'd like, you can even become a member. Like the video, ring the bell, all that gear. Have a wonderful time getting out there and taking some amazing photos. See you guys. Bye.